Yo, hi everyone, Hashim is here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video I want to talk about why do we sacrifice in chess and how we can reflect this on life. It's a big topic, it's a nice topic. I like the idea of reflecting chess things on life as I did last time with the Space Wither idea. So without further to say, let's get started. Basically, in chess, every piece has a role. The pawns stand at the front, the knights sleep in a strange patterns, the bishops cross diagonally across the board, and then there is the queen, the most powerful piece of them all. Losing her feels like a disaster, but sometimes the greatest victories in chess comes from sacrifices.
But then he sacrificed the queen!
It's terrifying. The idea of giving something now in the hope of something greater later is not just the logic of a game, it is the story of life itself. Here's the question that I want to explore. Is sacrifice truly noble and meaningful, or is it nothing more than a gamble? So yeah, in chess, the idea of sacrificing is both terrifying and beautiful at the same time. Imagine giving up your queen, the strongest piece on the board, just to set a trap or to lure your opponent into a checkmate. Great grandmasters like Mikhail Tal were famous of this. He would sacrifice pieces not because he was reckless, but he saw something that people couldn't see. And one of his most famous quotes are, "I like to take my opponent into a deep forest in the opening, where 1 + 1 = 5. So this kind of reflects on what kind of personality he was on while playing chess. Anyway, definitely he had like a deeper plan, a crazy vision on how the game will continue, and definitely a vision of victory that is hidden within chaos. Technically, in chess, sacrifices is always mathematical. It's all about calculations. Okay, sure, there's some tactics that's pure patterns that you've been doing while playing Puzzle Rush, but still there's some calculations need to be done. So if your calculations were wrong, probably the sacrifice is wrong, then you might lose the game. But at the end of the day, the board is finity and the rules are fixed. And if your calculations are correct, then the reward is certain. But again, life is not like a chessboard at the end of the day. And that's where the problem begins. So yeah, let's try and reflect this outside of chess. The meaning of sacrifice here is harder to define. A student gives up years of youth, studying late into the night, chasing a dream for a career. A parent gives up personal ambitions to provide for their children. An artist sacrifices financial security to pursue passion. And that's the thing. The outcome is never guaranteed. It's not like chess. If I calculate right, I will get good result, and if I calculate wrong, then I won't get a good result. No, it's not like this in life. So yeah, the outcome is never guaranteed. The student might never find a job, the parent may never see gratitude, and unfortunately the artist may fail. Yeah, and in chess, the sacrifice is certain if I calculate it right, but in life, it would never be. So why we do it? Why we still do sacrifices in life? Why do we give up what is precious now for a reward that may never arrive? Perhaps because deep down, sacrifices is just tied into meaning, and we are not creatures who live only for comfort. We want purpose, even if it costs us something, and maybe especially if it costs us something, because what we bleed for, we value more deeply. Here lies the paradox. Sacrifices can be noble, but also can be foolish. Think of a soldier who throws himself on a grenade to save his fellows. That sacrifice is remembered as heroism. But what about the countless sacrifices that go unseen? The mother who gives up her dreams, but whose children never understand the price she paid. The man who works endless hours for his family, but whose health collapses before he enjoys a single day of rest. Were those sacrifices noble or foolish? Or were they losses that led to nothing? Again, in life, unlike chess, we can't always see the outcome. We don't know the opponent's next move. We don't know if our sacrifice will lead us to victory, or sometimes just closer to a defeat. So yeah, comment down in the comments. Is sacrifice truly wisdom, or is it just hope? To live is to sacrifice. Every choice we make is also a choice against something else. If you choose one path, you are technically sacrificing all the others. Time itself is a sacrifice. Every hour we spend on a pursuit is an hour we will never get back. And yet, strangely, it is this act of giving that shapes our humanity. Sacrifices forces us to ask, what truly matters to me? In chess, the pawn that is pushed forward knows it may be taken at any time. Yet, without any risk, there is no progress. And just as the pawn dreaming to reach the other side to become a queen, technically we too dream that our sacrifices may transform to something better. Now let's explore how the philosophers look into this. Philosophers has fought with this question for centuries. Some philosophers said meaning is not found in comfort, but in struggle. That the sacrifices we make is what gives our life a weight. But again, the danger is here. Not all sacrifices are wise. Some people sacrifices their happiness for just an approval. And sometimes these sacrifices lead not to greatness, but only to regret. Okay, Hashim, how do we know that if a sacrifice is worth it? Simple answer, long story short, I'm not sure how to. But yeah, maybe the truth is we will never know. At least not fully. And that uncertainty is the price we pay for chasing something bigger for ourselves. So yeah, long story short, trying to conclude everything, in chess, sacrifices are calculated. The outcome can be predicted, and if the calculations were correct, then the outcome is certain. In life, sacrifice is different. It is not a guarantee. Technically, it's just a leap into the unknown. But again, perhaps that's where the power lies. Sacrifice is to declare that this thing matters more than my comfort, more than my certainty, and maybe more than myself. The queen may fall, the knight may be lost, pawns may vanish one by one, but yet, if the sacrifice was made for something you truly believe in, maybe that in itself is the victory. So I'll leave you with this question: what would you be willing to sacrifice and why? So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was quick and spontaneous one. Hopefully I'll be uploading every single week from now on. Please let me know in the comments if you do like this type of concepts where I try to reflect things with chess. I'm trying to figure out something new. Everyone is doing basic chess videos on how to win at chess, or what kind of opening I should play, how I choose my opening. But I'm trying to bring something new for the chess world, on trying to reflect things on life using the chess concepts to some extent, as I did last time with a Space Weather video that I think it was called "The Sun is Killing Us," this one over here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will definitely catch you back later.